Every day across America.
Every day across America.
Every day across America, our public school cafeterias do the impossible.
Preparing 30 million meals a day across 100,000 cafeterias.
On tight timelines and tighter budgets.
Serving through holidays, economic recessions, and environmental disasters.
And now, an unprecedented pandemic threatens their mission
of providing high-quality, healthy meals to students.
To all students.
To all students.
So how did they meet these challenges? By leveraging resources.
By sharing information and collaborating with each other.
It's the way that communities have always gotten the job done, by coming together.
By coming together.
By coming together.
The Urban School Food Alliance includes 12 of the largest school districts in the country. We serve over 5,400 schools. We serve 3,600,000 students a day.
The Urban School Food Alliance was founded on 3 pillars: procurement, advocacy, and best practices. Procuring higher quality products and healthier products, we advocate tirelessly for policies that enable us to serve children in a more equitable manner. And finally, we share best practices, not just for the sake of effectiveness or efficiency, but ultimately to make sure that our students, they are primed for success in their future.
Anytime that a student isn't fed or isn't healthy, then, education just isn't possible.
The food we provide helps to sustain our kids throughout the day. Imagine trying to focus on learning if you hadn't eaten all day.
Without school meals, families have to make a hard decision about where to spend their limited resources.
Well, if you would have asked me who relies on school meals before March 13th, 2020, which a day I will always remember, I would have had a very different answer than I do today. We were asked to not only provide meals to our students, but really anybody who came and requested a meal.
Within a week, we had to rearrange products that we were buying.
One of the challenges which we realized is that now we were serving a totally different program than what we've ever served. We had to set up grab-and-go centers at different schools.
I'll never forget during one of the early days that we were serving COVID-19 meals, one of our high school students, an incredible young lady, she said, "I am so thankful for these meals. Both of my parents are laid off. I don't know where the money is coming from. And if we didn't have these meals, I don't know what we would do."
The challenges that have arisen, we've been able to tackle because of the passion of the people working.
What's it like on the ground for your workers who are providing meals, not just for kids, but the families as well?
The workers on the ground, these are the real new unsung heroes that a lot of people, like you said, don't even know are in action.
There are 49 other locations across the city, like this one, with school district employees and volunteers loading breakfast and lunch for students that need it.
There's no shame in needing help. The shame is that you could get help and you hide and don't get it. It's no reason to go hungry if we out here feeding you.
Yeah, no one is going hungry on her watch, and we know the folks there are extremely grateful.
The Urban School Food Alliance has provided a backbone and structure in this uncertain time when we don't have a lot of answers in how to do this. So being able to talk to other food service directors from other large cities has been invaluable in helping us get through the last 6 months.
It's kind of a network of support, a network of ideas we share across our districts. We take it back to our senior leadership. Maybe there's something that's happening in LA that I can try to replicate in Chicago. Maybe there's something here they want to replicate in Boston.
USFA helps to facilitate our mission because they help us to make sure that we can provide meals for all of these students that need them. They advocate for changes that can make it so much easier for families to be able to access meals, and they're there as a support for all of the large districts.
I think this pandemic has really peeled back a lot of layers on some of the system and the fragileness of this system. We do a per meal reimbursement system. It's the only thing when a child walks through a school door, the only place where we ask them what their family income is. School meals needs to be part of the school day. We need to have a universal free school meals program. And then we really look at a more from scratch process for cooking food and putting that investment into the quality of the meal.
The entire food system got turned upside down in COVID. It wasn't just school food, it was restaurants, it was supermarkets, everything in the supply chain changed. And I think it gives us an opportunity to go back and rebuild parts of that system, really get back to utilizing not just local foods, but local producers.
Hunger doesn't end just because school is out. And when schools closed, that launched us to a higher mission, if you will, to reach out and take care of children in our community.
And it's so needed to have this type of group to be able to come together and remind ourselves sometimes of that what we're doing is so important and that we have the trust of millions of families to feed their children every day. And what greater responsibility could there be?
Those school nutrition professionals that were preparing and serving meals put their own health in jeopardy, and yet they still came every day. And when we asked a number of them, why do you do it? Why do you come every day and do this? Their answers were the same across this country, and that was this: who else will feed our children if we don't?
In normal times, the Urban School Food Alliance plays an important role
in the health and prosperity of American cities.
In uncertain times, our role is critical.
So join us in combating hunger and making sure students stay well fed today,
so that families can face whatever challenge tomorrow brings.